Go ahead.
Hey guys.
So then for the regular mashed potatoes, stop. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki.
I'm Adam.
And today's video is another air fryer video. So we love doing these. It's gonna be our dinner, everything that we make, so we're always excited to do them. So we have 4 new recipes today, but before we get to them, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's start talking about the recipes we're making. So first thing we're doing is we recently tried the bird's eye breaded cauliflower with buffalo sauce and we really liked it, but we always do everything buffalo. And so I wanted to do some barbecue today. So we have a head of cauliflower. We're gonna go ahead and cut this up. I'm gonna put it in some batter and then we're gonna fry it up in the air fryer and toss it in some barbecue sauce this time. Although we are still having some buffalo today, it never fails. So for the buffalo, what we're doing is I had some extra egg roll wrappers and I wanted to make them into something. We use them for a Southwest egg roll recipe that will be coming soon. That is just so good. But anyway, what we're gonna be doing is making buffalo chicken. I went ahead already and cooked up just a ½ pound of chicken breast and I chopped it up, but I'm gonna shred it in my mixer, add some buffalo sauce, some red onion, and then wrap them up in the wrappers with a little bit of cheese and we're gonna air fry those. So that'll be the second recipe. The third thing we're making is I had attempted to make gnocchi and I wanted to make sweet potato gnocchi because we really like the cauliflower gnocchi from Trader Joe's, and gnocchi is pretty much just flour and potato. You bake a potato and then you combine it to make a dough. You can add an egg yolk, which I'm going to be doing today, and I actually went ahead and baked a sweet potato and a regular potato. So we're gonna be trying both. The thing is, when we made them the first time, they didn't really turn out like gnocchi. They almost turned out like kind of beer nuggets type thing. It's like a little dough ball, but they were really good. And what I did was I sprayed them with some spray and added some seasoning, but this time we're actually gonna mix the seasoning in the dough to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And like I said, we're gonna try it with sweet potato and regular, so we're gonna see which one's better, but I'm excited for that because originally it was supposed to be gnocchi, but that is not what it turned out to be. And I think the ratio was just a little off, but I kind of like how it turned out.
Same.
Then the last thing we're gonna be making is blueberry cobbler in the air fryer, and we're gonna use frozen blueberries, some lemon juice, and then we're actually gonna use Kodiak buttermilk pancake mix as the topping. So we'll get there when we do, but let's go ahead and get started with the food. Okay, so I'm starting with the sweet potato, and what I did was I just threw this in the oven with the peel on a foil for 45 minutes at 425 degrees, and then right when it came out I just peeled the skin off. So I'm gonna go ahead and mash this up right now, and I did the same thing with the other regular potato, but I'm gonna make that next after I do this. And after it's mashed, I'm gonna add an egg yolk and then the flour a 1/4 cup at a time until it gets the right dough consistency. So this is the dough with the regular russet potato. I'm gonna go ahead and divide this into 6 even portions because I used a ½ cup of flour and that's 6 points. So each one will be a point. The sweet potato one was still a little sticky, so I just threw that in the fridge for a few minutes while I do this one first. Okay, so this is how the first batch of potato balls came out. So what I did is I actually divided them in 2, so 2 bites will be 1 point. I'm gonna go ahead and spray these with some olive oil spray and top them with a little more of the seasoning that I put in them, which is the 21 Salute seasoning from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna pop these in the air fryer at 370 for 5 minutes and then flip them around. And I'm gonna do the sweet potato ones first before I start these. After I took it out of the fridge, it was still just a little bit sticky, so I added 2 tablespoons, so it'll add 2 points, but I'm gonna try to get 8 bites out of this, so each bite will be 1 point. And I'm gonna go ahead and portion those out as well and toss them in the air fryer. So like I said, I'm gonna go for 8 of them. Okay, so I chopped up my cauliflower, and sorry you can hear the air fryer in the back. I started the potato balls, but these are the chopped up cauliflower. I'm gonna go ahead and in this bowl whisk together a half a cup of almond milk. I just have unsweetened regular almond milk for 0 points, and then I'm gonna add in 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour and whisk that together. And I actually meant I needed a cup of almond milk, and then I did 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, the different seasonings, and now I'm gonna toss the cauliflower in it. So these are the egg roll wraps that I'm gonna be using. They are 2 points a piece or 60 calories. And that's pretty much all we're gonna have to track other than the cheese I put on each one, which I think I'm gonna do a point of cheese on each. This is the chicken, so I just shredded it using the mixer. I threw in some of the buffalo sauce, which is 0 points, and some red onion. And then I also threw in a little bit of this buffalo ranch seasoning. And I'm gonna go ahead and just evenly divide it onto these wraps, roll them up, and those will go in the air fryer next after the cauliflower. Okay, so here is my cauliflower in the batter, and I just took the potato bites out. So the sweet potato bites are in there for a minute longer, but this is how the regular russet potato turned out, so I'm excited to eat those. They smell so good. And they were in there for 20 minutes at 375. And now the sweet potato ones, I just added like 5 minutes and then I'll take those out. They were just bigger in size and they needed a minute or two longer. What I did is I just put a foil in here, and you can put foil in the air fryer. It still does work. I know I've had some questions about that, but it does work even with foil, and it does help to keep it just a little bit cleaner. But I sprayed this with a little bit of olive oil spray. So what I'm gonna do is I just have this slotted spoon, and I'm gonna try to get just a little bit of the batter off as I place them in the air fryer. Okay, so here's the cauliflower. As you can see, it's got just like a nice coating of breading on it, but that'll be perfect when I toss the barbecue sauce on it. This right here was in the air fryer at 375 for 20 minutes, and I moved it around every like 5 minutes or so. But now I'm gonna go ahead and toss it in this Sweet Baby Ray's hickory barbecue sauce. This is no sugar added, so it's actually 0 points for the serving. And the only thing I really have to track for the cauliflower is the actual flour, and 1 point for the almond milk. So It's 11 points total, but you actually gain back about 5 points for this medium size head of cauliflower. Okay, so everything is done cooking now except for our dessert. We're gonna be doing that after we eat this because we're eating this for dinner, but we're gonna go ahead and do a quick taste test. Okay, so the first time I made these, I actually liked that there were some potato chunks in them. So this is what the inside looks like, and it's kind of like a doughy kind of gnocchi, but the outside has like a crust on it, so.
This is the sweet potato one?
This is the sweet potato one. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is 1 point. They're really good. But like, I don't even know what you'd have them with. Like I said, I was trying to make gnocchi out of them, which I guess we have as like a snack, but they just turned out so good. I
feel like a red sauce would be good.
Yeah. Those are a little sweet, so I feel like we could even make like a cinnamon brown sugar version. But I hadn't tried it with the regular potatoes, so these almost seem like they're like mashed potato bites, but a little bit more bread-like, but still pretty doughy on the inside. So I really like how it gets the crust on the outside, but
yeah. Cheers. That tastes just like a mashed potato bite.
I think I actually like the sweet potato ones better.
Really?
They just have a little more flavor. I think I could have added more seasoning to the regular ones, but yeah, I don't know. They're really good. It's just like a good appetizer. These would be good in like ranch.
Seriously.
Actually, those sweet potato ones would be good in ranch. But I have to say, I do like the sweet potato ones better, although they were a little harder to work with. 1 point for one of these, 1 point for two of these, but yeah, both are really good. They're like mashed potato bites. So you could even add like chives. Okay, that's what I'm doing next time. Chives and a little bit.
Oh, make it like a
little bit of cheese.
Potato bite.
Okay, next video. No, but those are good. So, like I said, I hadn't tried it with the regular russet potato, but I did it with the sweet potato and we've been loving it. Okay, next up, we're gonna try the breaded cauliflower. So with this, it is very lightly breaded. I honestly think that it would be good if you added some panko, but for what we were going with, we were trying to make it more like the one we tried, the bird's eye one. So,
cheers.
It's such good barbecue sauce. Okay, that's really good. I like that.
That's very good.
Yeah. Like I said, it's very lightly breaded, but it's like the right amount.
Yeah.
That's another thing that would be good before like pizza or something, or as like an appetizer. The last thing is what I'm actually more excited about. So that's the inside of the buffalo egg roll. I just love how well these egg roll wraps cook up in the air fryer.
Seriously. I
sprayed them with a little olive oil spray and they're just perfect. So I put these in there at 400 for about like 12 to 15 minutes and they were perfect. And I moved them around like 3 times. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's hot.
Oh. That's really good.
You scared me.
Sorry. It's very hot and very good.
It's like different from buffalo dip that we usually use. We usually make everything like a buffalo dip. Yeah. I add like the laughing cow, whatever. But it's different because it's just like the chicken with the cheese. Yeah. I like it.
That's so good.
Those are really good.
Those just came out of the air fryer.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that wraps up all of the regular food items. We're going to come back and make some blueberry cobbler after we eat this. Okay, so for dessert, I'm gonna go ahead and make some blueberry cobbler. I'm using these ramekins I got from Target. Okay, so I'm gonna weigh out 3.5 grams of frozen blueberries, and I'm gonna mix that in this dish with a 1/2 tablespoon of monk fruit sweetener. This is just a sugar substitute. It's 0 points, and I really love using it for different baking recipes. Then I'm gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix the berries with that. Then what I'm making for like the cobbler topping, so this is like a very basic version of just a quick and easy air fryer blueberry cobbler, but what I'm gonna do is use a 1/4 cup of Kodiak buttermilk pancake mix, a 1/4 cup of almond milk, a 1/2 tablespoon of the monk fruit sweetener, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So after I make the pancake mix, I'm just gonna pour it on top of the cobbler, and then I'm gonna throw them in the air fryer at 350 degrees for 15 to 19 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble that. Okay, so I'm gonna pop these in the air fryer at 350 for 15 minutes. Okay, so we are about to eat our dessert. We are so excited. I've been thinking about this since the last time I made it, and I've been wanting to make it every day since. But anyway, so this dessert comes out to 2 points for this whole serving, this whole dish, and we each have our own. So we're gonna be eating it, and we're gonna be topping it with some coconut whipped cream. So the only thing I have to track is 2 points for the Kodiak mix, and then 1 point for the whipped cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and top this with some whipped cream. Oh, it's sad.
Oh my gosh.
There wasn't much left, but that's our dessert. So anyway, before we try it, I just wanted to go over the points of everything else. So the egg rolls came out to 3 points an egg roll. They had 2 points for the wrapper, 1 for the cheese. Everything else was 0 for us. The entire batch of cauliflower, which was the whole head of cauliflower, came out to 11 points. It was 10 points for flour, 1 for the almond milk, but then you gain 5 points back. So depending on the serving you eat, you gain some points back. Then the sweet potato bites, I was able to get 8 servings, 8 little balls, and each ball was a point. And then with the regular potato, it was 2 balls for 1 point. Really? So we're gonna go ahead and eat our dessert. So like I said, this is 2 points for the whole thing. So
That smells good.
it's hard to see, but okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
So I went ahead and put those in the air fryer at 350. They ended up staying there for about 15 minutes, but every 5 I kind of mixed around the batter just so that it cooked a little bit more evenly, and that is what I found works. Everything turned out really good. Adam, what was your favorite thing?
Buffalo wraps.
I don't know if I agree, because I really like those sweet potato balls. So I have to say the regular potato balls I think would be good, like I said, with chives and maybe a little bit of cheese, but those turned out really good. They just needed a little more seasoning. The sweet potato ones were my favorite. The buffalo wraps turned out really good. They're perfectly crispy in the air fryer. And then I really like the cauliflower. It's good for a low point option. It has really light breading, but it works well with the sauce. So
That was very good.
yeah, okay. That wraps up our video for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time.